Okay, so I just went on a big old tear about all these subscribers leaving the Washington Post, the New York Times, and all these places because they refused to endorse Kamala Harris. Yes, they're losing subscribers by the droves because they refuse to endorse Kamala Harris. When you want to know something, most Americans are moderates. They're not far right, although people on the left, like I surmised in that video, that, look, if you're not with them, this is how they think. This is how a lot of them think, because this is what I get from them, from comments left on some of my videos. If you're not with them, that means you're against them. There is no moderate class of people to these people. You're either with them or you're far-right extremist. And this is very, very apparent with today's modern left. Like, you can just see it everywhere. Check this out, y'all. Ryan Girdusky banned from CNN after joking he hopes Mehdi Hasan's beeper doesn't go off in response to suggestion Trump supporters are Nazis. This is an insane story. I'm going to go ahead and run the clip so you get all the context right off top.
If you don't want to be called Nazis, stop doing.
You've been called an
anti-Semite
more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people will sit there and no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you just say I should die?
You should not.
No,
did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
Hold on.
Did your guest just say I should be killed on live TV?
I said I hope
Guys,
you.
let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
Because you said I'm a big supporter
of the Palestinians.
Of Hamas.
Guys, let me
I said
stop.
Palestinians.
Are you a supporter
Am I
of
what?
Hamas?
No, of course I'm not a supporter of
Ryan,
Hamas.
then
I apologize.
Are you a racist, violent person
Then I
inciting
apologize.
violence against
Ryan,
me?
Ryan.
That's
That is
disgusting.
completely.
No, I apologize.
Good
That
job,
is
CNN. Let's
completely
have first
out
block
of
say the
pocket.
Muslim guy
You
should
know
be
that.
blown
Then I
up
apologize.
on
Then I
TV.
apologize.
Don't
Then I
say
apologize.
then I
Wow.
apologize. You literally.
I thought he said
accused
Hamas.
him.
I apologize.
You didn't think I said
No.
Hamas.
Yes,
I
you
said
did.
I support
Yes, I did.
Palestinian
Yes, I
rights.
did.
Why? Because when you hear
What's funny
Palestinian,
is
you
Rudy
hear
Giuliani
Hamas.
said this
No,
yesterday,
because-
so you're a great guest to
Listen.
be here
All
to
right,
defend
I
Rudy
told
Giuliani.
myself
Give me
I
one-
wasn't going to
give me-
entertain
give me one
nonsense
second.
today, and so at this point,
This is what we're in
I
now.
can't
This
do
is America in
Here's
2024.
what I will say.
Forget the
Here's what
racism.
That's right.
It's I should
That's
die.
right.
I didn't say that. You
You
should
said,
die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me your
I
fake
did not say
ignorance.
you should
Guys,
die.
Why did you say
guys,
with my
give me-
beeper
give me
go
a-
off?
What did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
So what
I
did
said-
you mean?
What did you mean by the
No,
beeper?
no, 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 no,
No, you didn't. You said, I hope your
Listen,
beeper doesn't go off.
Ryan, stop talking.
At least have the guts to support your racist
sorry.
comment.
Hang on.
I'm so sorry.
Let her bring it back. Let her bring it back.
This is why yesterday's rally was disgusting.
Don't call us
and
Nazis, but I'm going to
outrageous.
threaten the brown guy as a
This is
terrorist
why.
and kill him.
Because I didn't ever say Donald Trump was Hitler. But do you know who stood on a stage yesterday and said, I want to come to the Nazi rally? I don't have to make up words and call you something. You're saying it for yourself. And what you just said
Kamala
right
Harris
here,
is a pimp
apologize,
handler.
but I will tell you, I don't accept that.
This is the same people that rage quit the Washington Post because they refused to endorse Kamala Harris. These people are insane. He said, I hope your pager doesn't go off. In other words, I hope your pager doesn't blow up. And he interpreted that. Are you saying I should die? Like, how do you interpret that? That's Mehdi Hasan. I go after Mehdi Hasan all the time, every time he shows up on Piers Morgan, because this dude is a manipulation machine. He is really good at manipulating facts, twisting them around, and making you feel like you've taken the wrong position, Jack. You have. You've taken the wrong position if your position isn't exactly what his position is. That is ridiculous. Like, I had to cut that clip off. I was tired of hearing this lady, blah, 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 blah. You should be ashamed of yourself. He should have never apologized for saying that. He said, I hope you don't die. Pretty much saying that, he's tantamount to a terrorist. If you want to call Trump supporters Nazis, don't get mad when you get called a freaking terrorist because you're pro-Palestinian, for crying out loud. Oh, you come out all the time. Mehdi comes out and says, "Oh, I condemn Hamas and all this blah 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 blah." But yeah, you're sitting there talking about the same people. Like, he makes absolutely no sense with a lot of his arguments, but he's really good at manipulating words, twisting them around to make you feel like you're in a bad position for not supporting what he supports. That is right. These people are insane. This story is outright crazy. Like, seriously, he should have never freaking resigned over this. I'm sorry, I'm trying to filibuster right now. I'm getting back to the actual news story here so we can keep going. Let's get into this right quick because I love this story. Political commentator Ryan Girdusky has been banned from CNN after making a quip that he hoped fellow political commentator Mehdi Hasan's beeper doesn't go off. The two were engaged in a heated discussion on Newsnight with Abby Phillip about Israel and the war in Gaza and the Middle East. First, Hasan intimated that Girdusky and those who back Israel are Nazis, saying, if you don't want to be called Nazis, stop saying. He was drowned out by the others on the 6-person panel, including Girdusky. Hasan has been outspoken in defense of Palestinians against Israel. Palestinian terror group Hamas launched an attack October 7th. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We get it. You're called an anti-Semite more than anyone at this table, Girdusky said. Breaking through the noise, Hasan agreed that was true and claimed that Girdusky had called him that as well. Girdusky denied the allegation, saying, no, not by me. I've never called you an anti-Semite. Well, I'm a supporter of the Palestinians, so I'm used to it, Hasan said. I hope your beeper doesn't go off, Girdusky said, attempting to continue on to make his point. But it was not to be. The panel devolved into accusations that Girdusky was saying Hasan should be killed. Like, how do you derive that from that language? Seriously, I want to know what's in these people's minds. This is why they think Trump is Hitler. This is why they think Trump supporters are Nazis. Because if you wanting to deport illegals is tantamount to killing Jews, for crying out loud, to them, then, hey, look, I totally get why they call Trump Hitler. But those are not the same thing. They are not even close. Not close whatsoever. That was an ethnic cleansing. This is just removing people that are not supposed to be in the country. Let me ask you something, Mehdi Hasan. If you have somebody that jumps a fence into a restricted area, don't you think that the police or security should boot those people out? Don't you agree with that we have restricted areas for a very good reason? And when you go into a country that is not your country of origin, that is technically a restricted area that you're not supposed to go in if that country has laws against crossing their border illegally. Like, there's no way you could disagree with that. Because you'd be outright insane. That means you don't believe in borders. But this is the logic of the left, and it makes absolutely no sense. And that's why my job is so hard, trying to make sense of the logic, whatever, if you want to call it logic, whatever the hell it is that they come up with and drives these people to speak on politics constantly. But let me ask you guys something. Do you love being manipulated by these people? If you do, then this isn't the video for you. But if you don't like being manipulated by the corporate press, do me a big favor and smash that like button for me if you don't mind. I really would appreciate it. And I know I try to throw these in anywhere and everywhere I can. And if you're new around here, do me a big favor and smash that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel, trying to get bigger, spread the message, so you can know when you're being manipulated by the corporate press, because they lie to you, folks. They lie to you on a constant and daily basis. That is right. I don't always cover corporate press news articles. Sometimes I just cover regular old news because I like to talk about stuff too. But anytime I read a corporate press news article and it's manipulative, I pretty much cover that. I cover garbage government spending stuff as well. Anything stupid that the government does. So if you're into being knowledgeable on what the government does and manipulations by the corporate press, subscribe, smash the like button, do me that favor, and I will greatly appreciate it. Let's keep going, though. Earlier this fall, beepers carried by members of Lebanon terror group Hezbollah exploding into... Yeah, we get it, we know that. "Oh, wow," said one panelist, apparently gobsmacked by the remark. "You just said I should be killed on live TV," Hassan said. "No, he didn't. Not even close to that, dude." But these people take offense to if you don't take up their positions, if you don't agree with them totally, they take offense to that. And if you come out in opposition to them, oh, all of a sudden, you're a fascist, you're a Nazi, and you're a Jew murderer. Right? I think Gordusky is Polish. Mind blown. Gordusky apologized as Hassan accused him of being a racist, violent person inciting violence against them. Now we know where this comes from. These people, use words as tantamount to violence. This is ridiculous, folks. This is what we're fighting against. The language of the left. If you come out and say, "Yeah, I think that criminal aliens should be deported," they equate that to a violent removal from this country. Right? Deportations don't have to be violent. It's only violent if the person getting deported starts to fight back with the people trying to deport them. Right? Like, these people are just insane, and I can't seem to get that fact across to you guys enough, because there are still insane people that will leave comments telling me I'm lying about this. Like, grow up, people. Grow up. Just because somebody has a differing opinion than yours doesn't mean that they are wrong. How about you listen to these people out? But when you come out in opposition to them and they equate your opposition to violence, yeah, there's no reconciliation there, I don't believe. And this is the situation that we find ourselves in 2024. How do we reconcile this? We talk about divisions in this country, right? We're so freaking divided right now, and this is why. Somebody comes out and says something about a position like, "I think abortion is murder," and all of a sudden, you're a violent extremist. Wait, hang on. I'm trying to save lives here. I don't want these people killing their babies. All of a sudden, you're an extremist. How is that extreme? Oh, well, you don't want to give a woman her rights. You want the government to tell you what to do. Well, doesn't the government enforce laws? Like, seriously, you're not supposed to be able to go speeding down the road. Doesn't the government restrict your speed? Yeah, you can speed, but you'll get a ticket. But don't they restrict all kinds of stuff? You can't go walking around buck naked, can you? Oh, you don't want the government telling you what to do with your body. I don't think these people understand morals, for crying out loud. That's what it seems to be. When they equate words with violence. Yeah, there's a problem there. There's something disconnected in their brains. It doesn't work right anymore. "That is completely out of pocket," said the host. Gordusky said he thought Hassan was saying he was a supporter of Hamas. Hassan had previously said that there's no way to get rid of Hamas and that the children of Gaza will grow up to seek revenge on Israel. He has said that Israel is not trying to defeat Hamas, but that they are seeking to erase the population and commit a genocide. He has called Israel genocidal in their approach. He has accused Israel of creating Hamas, a terror group that has been backed and funded by Iran. That doesn't make any sense. I can see how somebody could be led to that direction, that path. But that's a path of destruction, by the way. No, they didn't create. Sorry. These people have been pissed off ever since 1949. Right? That dispute goes back thousands of years. So no, I'm sorry, Mehdi. Israel has only been around since 1948, 1949, something like that. I forget the exact year, sorry. But they've only been around that long. And this dispute has been going on much longer than that. The Israelis have been kicked out of that area. As a matter of fact, they are the most oppressed group in the world. They're insane, y'all. There's no reasoning with illogical people. That's what I've concluded, to be honest with you. There's no reasoning with people that equate words to physical violence. It makes no sense. The panel ganged up on Gurdusky, accusing him of saying that Hassan should die. He never even got close to that. As a matter of fact, if you break down what he said, once again, and this is to all you people out there that think that equates to that. No, he said, I hope your beeper does not go off. In other words, he hopes it doesn't blow up. Everyone tried to gain the floor, and Gurdusky was instructed to stop talking. Then they brought it back to making comparisons between Donald Trump and Hitler. Panelist Ashley Allison instructed Gurdusky to apologize, but said, I don't accept that apology. That was when I cut the video off. As a matter of fact, because I can't stand when people get out there. They're so entitled, right? Like people in this country, like, not to sound racist, because I'm not, but a lot of people like this are very, very privileged people. I'll put it that way. She has something called black privilege. Yes, that is a thing. If you want to say I'm privileged and I'm one of the brokest people on the planet, yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, you can go ahead and get out of here and go somewhere else with that crap. I live paycheck to almost a paycheck. Right? Like, I run out of money before I get paid again. Like, I have to skip lunch sometimes. So you want to say I'm privileged? I have some sort of inherent privilege gained from my freaking skin color? No, you can go to hell. You can go somewhere else with that. That's garbage. Nonsense. And you shut your mouth. Allison said she was offended by what he said and was offended by a joke made by comedian Tony Hinchcliffe on stage at Trump's rally. I'm offended that the former president and potentially future president would allow it. She then went off on a tangent about her opinion on Republicans. When the panel came back from a commercial break, Gurdusky was no longer on the panel. He was sent off at the request of the network. Hassan was also not there, though Phillips said he left of his own accord. Phillips said wait, hang on. Who left of their own accord? Was it Hassan or was it Gurdusky? They didn't say. Phillips said she wanted Hassan to remain on the panel, and so there it was. In fact, we really wanted him to come back and finish the show. There is a line that was crossed there, and it's not acceptable to me, Phillips said. It's not acceptable to us at this network. We want discussion. We want people who disagree with each other to talk to each other. What, so you can call Republicans Nazis, but he can't make a quip about him being a terrorist, for crying out loud? Talk about blatant hypocrisy, man. These people are insane. But when you cross the line of a complete lack of civility, what? That is not going to happen here on this show. It's a heated time. We're in the middle of a political season. We are 8 days from a presidential election, but we can have conversations about what is happening in this country without resorting to the lowest of the lowest kind of discourse. Okay, I'm sorry. I have zero respect for these people anymore. You guys are constantly calling Trump and all of his followers Nazis and Hitler and all this garbage, but we say anything about you people. And you get pissed off. Oh, you're freaking racist, misogynist, bigot, transphobe. These people really, really get under my freaking skin. Y'all can go to hell. That's what I have to say. I want to address that, and I want to apologize to the viewers at home. No, don't fucking apologize. Shut your mouth. That's what you need to do. You should be fired, person, because we want to be able to hear each other. We want to be able to talk to each other. No, you don't. You want to be able to berate every Republican, anybody that doesn't agree with your stupid worldview, your woke ideology garbage. You want to be able to call them anything under the sun. But if they push back, even in a little bit, all of a sudden that's unacceptable to you. That shows you where these people's brains are. This is nuts, y'all. Let me finish this story right quick. There's a little bit left. Philip said she hoped Hassan would soon make a return to her program. Hassan has previously had to apologize for comparing atheists to animals and bashed homosexuals for going against Islam and being akin to those who practice bestiality. He was applauded for his apology. He wasn't fired for doing so. You can stay on CNN if you falsely call every Republican a Nazi and have taken money from Qatar-funded media. From Qatari-funded media, sorry. Apparently, you can't go on CNN if you make a joke. I'm glad America gets to see what CNN stands for, Gerdusky said in response to the incident. Thank you, buddy. I'm glad you came on social media and spoke your piece, because it's garbage, isn't it? It's outright garbage. Understand what just happened, Jack Posobiec commented. Mehdi Hasan called Ryan Gerdusky, a Polish American, a Nazi. Ryan responded with a quip about beepers. Ryan was kicked off and CNN apologized to Hasan for his comments. That's how it works at CNN. These people are insane. In defense of kicking Gerdusky off the air, CNN released a statement saying there is zero room for racism or bigotry at CNN on our air. We aim to foster thoughtful conversations and debate, including between people who profoundly disagree with each other, in order to explore important issues and promote mutual understanding, but we will not allow guests to be demeaned or for the line of civility to be crossed. Ryan Gerdusky will not be welcomed back on our network, and this is why CNN is failing outright, having to fire people left and right because they can't see their own blatant hypocrisy. The left can't see their own blatant hypocrisy. This is why moderates have teamed up with the right, because the right is like, what in the hell is going on? And moderates are like, hang on, y'all, hang on. And then the left is starting beating moderates in the face. So moderates are finally like, screw those people. They're freaking insane. I'm going to come over here with you guys. I don't necessarily agree with y'all, but I'm going to come over here with you guys because they're freaking nuts. That's what this is. I mean, literally, calling somebody Hitler, saying all Trump supporters are Nazis. That's what these people do, and they get mad when you get called a terrorist, for crying out loud. When some of these same people will get out there and justify stuff that's done by Hamas, for crying out loud. Mehdi Hasan has justified some actions by Hamas. Sorry, took me a second to spit that out. It's insane. It is insane. And I've gone off on him on videos on this channel before for doing so. It's just nuts what some of these people do. If you don't totally agree with everything in their worldview, you're a bigot, misogynist, racist, homophobe. And I know I probably already said that before, but gee whiz, man, these people just blow my freaking mind with the way their brains work. It's like their brains are wired differently or something. It's like they have been like siphoning off the refuse from MSNBC for way too long, it seems like, and their brains don't properly work anymore. I mean, even the guy from MSNBC, we covered it on an article, he even said that he's making their viewers more dumb by being so one freaking sided and so hardcore to the left. He knows that he's making their viewers more dumb, and this type of crap shows it. This type of crap outright shows it. This is just nuts. This is a nuts story. I wasn't going to cover this at first, but there wasn't nothing else, to be honest with you, interesting to cover. So I said, screw it, I'll start reading this. And then I saw the video, and I was like, holy crap, this is freaking insane. You know, I just saw a headline where, you know, this guy, Gerdusky or whatever, gets fired from CNN. And I'm like, oh, who cares about that? But I decided to read the article anyway. Saw that video, and I'm like, wow, this is nuts. These people are insane, man. Mehdi Hasan should be ashamed of himself. All of the people on that panel should be ashamed of themselves except for Gerdusky. And he should have never apologized. I wouldn't have apologized. I would have definitely not have apologized. Like, you make sly remarks like that all the time. Who cares? Right? Who cares? You can't equate that to violence. I'm sorry. That's just not how reality works. These people have no connection to reality. They see their own reality, and then everybody else sees actual reality. And then they say we're the ones in a cult, right? Because they can't see their own cult behaviors. If you don't agree totally with them, it's just nuts. I know I've said that, but I think I'm done with this one, y'all. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comments section. I would be interested to hear y'all's thoughts about how insane some of these people are. But y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Don't forget to hit the like.
Peace.